Welcome to session 16. So far, we've tried to give you the basics of anxiety and getting you to question just how easy it is to get rid of thoughts and feelings. Hopefully you're realizing it's not that easy, so we're still working on the other way to just have our thoughts and feelings. So we've had you doing some mindfulness practice so that you get better and better and more skilled at noticing what's happening in the moment. And now we want to try something with thoughts. Usually it's not the thought that's the problem, it's what we do when the thought shows up. So as a parent, if you get hooked into thoughts about what a bad parent I am, I'm just going to guess that does to you what it does to me. It brings in the guilt, the shame, the anxiety, the sadness, the hopelessness, the anger, the frustration. I probably don't need to go on. Or if you're getting hooked into thoughts about, my teen's future is over because they can't handle this or that, it just fills us up with more thoughts and more feelings, and then we probably just do something without even thinking about it very long to get those thoughts and feelings to settle down. Like if I just tell my teen all the things they should do to fix themselves, or I make this problem go away, they can be okay, I don't have to worry about them, and I don't have to feel crappy. And usually that doesn't go so well. It doesn't leave either me or my teen feeling very well, and I'm guessing it does the same for you. So I'm going to give you a different way to work with thoughts. So choose the thought that gets in the way for you, that hooks you in the most, shows up the most, is the most problematic, whichever way you want to look at it. And try doing with that thought the same thing I'm going to walk you through now. So I call it like 3 different ways to say something. So we're going to try it with kind of a generic thought that I hear a lot of: I'm a bad parent. So I'm going to ask you to just repeat with me. I'm going to say the thought 3 different ways. Each time I want you to repeat it, really feel what it feels like to say it, and see how you feel at the end of all 3. So the first one is just to say, I'm a bad parent, and really feel that. And notice what it feels like. And then try, I'm having the thought that I'm a bad parent. Your turn. And notice what that feels like. And our last one, I'm noticing I'm having the thought that I'm a bad parent. Try that one. And notice what that feels like. For some people, they all feel the same. For many people, we get a little bit of liftoff from the second one, and even more from the third, where the thought feels like something we have. It might be, kind of, I have a marker, I have a watch, I have a painting on my wall, I'm having a thought that. It all just becomes stuff that we have, even though it's inside, and that can sometimes help us to get enough distance and lift off from the thought, not be so hooked into it, that we get a pause button. And when we get a pause button, we get to pause and make a choice about what we want to do as the parent that we want to be, and we don't get so knocked around by our thoughts. So pick a thought that you struggle with, as I said, that shows up a lot or is really problematic, or the one you tend to have that knee-jerk response to, and try saying it 3 different ways. Notice which one feels a little more distanced for you. And then in moments when it shows up with your teen, before your mouth opens, before you make a decision and do something, try to rephrase the thought. This is just one of many steps we're going to take you through, and see if it helps to get you a little distance from the thought, little separation, and helps you to not be so reactive, not make so many efforts to get rid of it. And we'll see how you do.